It's the big job he said he always wanted. Former New Jersey Governor Christie is on President Trump's short list to be the next U.S. Attorney General. Eyewitness News reporter Cleve Bryan is live in Mount Laurel tonight, where there is some mixed reaction to that potential position for Christie. Cleve?
Some mixed reaction, and Jessica, we know that Governor Christie wants to be the Attorney General, but I spoke to a high-profile Republican of South Jersey, and he says that Christie may be the man Trump wants.
Nice guys aren't always the greatest of leaders.
Outgoing Evesham Mayor Randy Brown has worked in the GOP with former New Jersey Governor Christie for a decade. He says Christie, a two-term governor and former U.S. attorney, would be a natural fit to replace Jeff Sessions as the next U.S. Attorney General.
Obviously, I've had communications with him since he left the governorship, and I know that this is almost a perfect position.
Brown says as governor, Christie demonstrated the ability to work across party lines on big issues like pension reform and transportation funding. He also points out that Christie has a close relationship with the FBI Director Chris Wray, who was Christie's lawyer during the George Washington Bridge scandal. Christie was briefly seen at the White House for a meeting Thursday, though it's unknown if the Attorney General job was discussed. New Jerseyans have mixed opinions how Christie would be received by the nation.
Christie is Attorney General. What do you think of that?
I'd go for it.
Yeah, why?
I like him.
I don't think he's the right guy, considering his history as a governor. Personally, I felt he didn't do the best job.
Conceited, narcissist personality. He'd do anything Trump wanted.
Not a fan, huh?
Not at all.
Do you believe he's an independent thinker and acts independently?
As much as the public might look at Governor Christie being a Republican conservative thinker, he's always been a guy who has the ability to think outside the box when it comes to major issues. And that's what we really need, in my view, as Attorney General in the United States.
President Trump has said there is no timeline when he will nominate the next Attorney General. Reporting live, Cleve Bryan, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.